"The stench of my father is still permeating my nasal membranes," said Tenor Cordoba. By now, he'd moved out of his hiding spot under the dining table and onto the couch and could actually form words. But that morning's shocking 1-2 punch of the librarian's betrayal, followed by the surprise arrival of Troy Cordoba on their doorstep, wanting to join their team, had taken a toll. Troy is one of the good guys? It seemed like a terrible idea to Tenor. Luckily, the man hadn't caught sight of any of the Forgotten Five or Elena Golden and had gone with Amanthi, the abbess of the Monasterio de Piedra, to her office to wait for their decision. But Troy's scent lingered and was easily identifiable to a supersensory person like Tenor. "Troy is way too close for comfort with that ankle tracker he's wearing," Elena said worriedly. "I wish he'd leave the property until we decide what to do about him." "But then he'd be completely vulnerable," said Lada, appalled. "Fuerte's guards or the police would get him. They've got to be tracking him by now." "So what?" Tenor said. His shoulders curled inward. He drew his legs up onto the couch and gripped them around the shins, as if they could shield his heart from any more incoming damage. He eyed Lada warily. His new favorite person, the girl he almost maybe liked, seemed extremely concerned about Troy's well-being and not at all concerned about Tenor's. "Nobody knows we live here, though," Brix reminded them. The 10-year-old squinched up his face thoughtfully and swept his golden-brown bangs to one side, out of his eyes. "But if they get inside the monastery walls looking for Troy, they could spot us if we leave our cottage." Cabot's brow furrowed as she researched something on her phone. Then she looked up. "Troy is here at the monastery asking for sanctuary, and Amanthi told us from the beginning that she and the other monks will protect anyone in need. It's their way." She lifted the phone and waved it. "This says the whole idea of sanctuary is to offer a place of refuge for people who are in danger. And even though Troy is our enemy, he's still in danger of Fuerte harming him and in dire need of protection. Sheltering Troy on this property would help keep him safe from the president and his goons." "You say that as if President Fuerte plays by the rules," said Seven with a hint of bitterness in his voice. "I don't think he'd hesitate to take a bulldozer to the walls around us in order to get through and nab Troy, sanctuary or not." "Humph," said Cabot. "Good point." Her attention was diverted to the warm feeling that was beginning to grow behind her eyeballs, a clue that her supernatural persuasive ability was about to kick in. She wished for the 100th time that she could call it up when she actually needed it. She tried to concentrate on stopping it, to no avail. Soon, her eyes glowed green at the ceiling, convincing no one of anything. The room went quiet as Ecat, the super-strong woman who'd defected from Fuerte's team with Lada, joined them in the living room. Elena's gaze immediately went to the new super's ankles to confirm she didn't wear a tracker tether like Troy's. Ecat's employment at the palace was voluntary, like Lada's and the other newly recruited supers. Only the criminals who'd been rescued from prison, Troy, Martine, Greta, and Jack, were forced by Fuerte to wear them. Ecat hadn't said much since she arrived the night before with Lada after the museum heist. The woman preferred to listen and learn instead. This group she'd joined was a complicated one, and she only knew as much about their loyalties, habits, and motivations as they'd shared in their brief conversations. Ecat absorbed what she could and held her questions for a time when things wouldn't be quite so tense. Though she was starting to wonder if that time would ever come.